and she started a fight with him, and people had to get in the middle, and I'm grabbing him, and the Bass brothers are kind of like getting him in the middle. She literally spit on him.
Hello again, and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover, from fans on Twitter reacting to a chilling 90s story of Eminem that inspired the song 97 Bonnie and Clyde, to more on A$AP Rocky, who recently shared his thoughts on the Will Smith/Chris Rock incident that's in line with what others have said about the incident, to more on Royce the 5'9" on Instagram, who shared a snippet of Lil Durk bumping to the song What's the Name, and this has sparked polarizing reactions, as some have even made some interesting claims about Royce. So we'll start with the snippet from A$AP's interview on Drink Champs that's made the rounds, where he shared his thoughts on the matter. That goes.
I'm a fan of Will, Jada, Chris, all of them. They OGs.
Yeah, man.
I think it's unfortunate that like he emasculated another black man in front of all them people like that. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that like it's some built up that probably wasn't really targeted at Chris Rock. I don't know. It just seemed like it's more, like from what you said, it seemed like it's more than just a G.I. Jane joke.
So it's in line with what others have said, and in reaction to the snippet, many agree with takes like, I've been saying this is years of pressure, aired out on the wrong person, and before you say August should have been on the end of that slap, nah, peace starts at home, he needs to check his wife, and the fact that the August situation was aired out in public has sparked reactions like, she's been emasculating Will for the longest, why finally break on 50-pound Chris Rock? And a video of Chris Rock talking about how he was bullied constantly as a child has resurfaced online after the incident, and the jabs at Will Smith continues. I don't get how Jada can talk about whoever, but in quotes, they gotta keep his wife's name out their mouth. And a classic case of misplaced whataboutery is also on in reaction to A$AP's post, as on Twitter some have countered A$AP's point with, LOL, he was just in a European jail for fighting, but go ahead. This was an odd one because, as this user pointed out, A$AP was in jail when in this case at hand, Will Smith got off clean, accepted his award, and went to party after the show like nothing happened. Hence the post sparked reactions like, what are you even talking about? And more, the F that gotta do with what he said. You thought you ate? Do you agree with A$AP? And if Eminem keeps up the tradition, we should expect some bars on this on his next album. I can't wait to see how he plays on this. And the latest on this from Will Smith is that he's resigned from the Academy. Moving on to the next point today, a snippet of an Eminem story told by Hush made it to Twitter that sparked reactions recently about the incident that inspired the song 97 Bonnie and Clyde. The post states, the story behind the song 97 Bonnie and Clyde, Eminem got so much slander for this song and Kim without people knowing story behind it.
She gets jealous. She gets jealous of him being, you know, looking like he's getting some love, you know, like not from a woman, but getting fan love, getting love from the crowd, getting love from, you know, his peers. And she didn't like that. The attention's not on her. So she picks a fight with him in front of everybody. This is his big night. The Slim Shady EP was for him in Detroit.
This is before Dre, right?
This was right before Dre. This was the biggest unsigned record release party, like as far as like the buildup of it, the adrenaline of it, was incredible. Because then he got on the mic and he killed it. He did like, you know, a 20-minute set or something like that, and just murdered it. And she couldn't take it, and she started a fight with him, and people had to get in the middle. And I'm grabbing him, and the Bass brothers are kind of like getting him in the middle. She literally spit on him, right in his face in front of everybody. Spit. I mean, it hit his face. Some of it probably fell on me. I was that close. And she had to be dragged out of his record release party and was not allowed back in. Okay? Then he writes a song like Just the Two of Us.
And this has sparked reactions like, thanks. Now you know why my all-time fave song is Kim, so pure. He loved her, she hurt him, he never could hurt her real, so he killed her in one beautiful love song masterpiece. You don't often see takes like this, but this story reminds me of the song Crazy by 50 Cent, where it looks like those around him already knew that getting married for the second time to Kim was only gonna end one way. As in the third verse of Crazy, 50 stated, "Then I was in the second row, the second time and married Kim, looking at proof like, how much you think this gon' cost them? Feels like a setup, Shaniqua's be nice to me." And back on topic, in reaction to that snippet, a user adds, "I love hearing these pre-Dre Eminem stories. M deserves his success, he worked so hard, the description of how big his EP was is so inspiring." And some have concluded, sadly, haters only hear the songs and not the story behind why and what made him write them. It's why we get that toxic relationship song per album that some people complain about, but he lived it and raps about it. Spacebound is one of my favorites so far. I also find Farewell enjoyable, from music to be murdered by. Moving on to the next point today, Royce shared a snippet of Lil Durk bumping the song What's the Name.
Hey, what's the name? Took one straight to the neck, he couldn't breathe. What's the name? Fell in the bushes, but was sticking to the leaves.
Shared with Durkio, 81 Hundo, and I Swear Vezo. I'm watching my young ones take over the world, and right now, I'll put them against anybody. Put something on it, I got time. Now, coming from Royce, based on the subject matter of the song, many found this surprising, since he's usually all about positivity in the culture, hence takes like, why the F would you promote gun violence? Durk and the song he's listening to is totally ignorant and violent. And another user expanded, "Nah, this ain't it, can't co-sign trash, bruh, then your word means nothing, respectfully." And users kept going in, "It is odd that a top tier lyricist is co-signing for barely half decent rappers, but okay, I guess." And to this, a user expanded on why. They know damn well they don't listen to full albums of these rappers nowadays, and they for damn sure know they mid, but they gotta respect the attention they get and hustle, or they an in quotes old head. But to be honest, if stream farms didn't exist, talent would definitely be needed in rap again. And like I mentioned earlier, since Royce always takes the stance of positivity in the community, this sent out a mixed message, hence more like, all they talk about is killing each other, laughing emoji. And some have hauled some wild accusations like, how much they paying you, Royce? Got M promoting DreamWorks cartoons, and now you're promoting low IQ music? Boy. And some have even made conclusions for Royce. Sad part, they ain't paying him ish, he genuinely believes it. But Royce said this on the 1st of April, and some have chalked it down as April Fools. In Royce's defense, he has the right to co-sign whatever he wants, although in this case it goes against his usual messaging on IG. But over to you guys, share your thoughts below, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and see you on the next one.